Hey everyone, it's Eric Thor here. Like I said in my previous video, why people love ENFPs, many people want to date an ENFP, but how do you catch one? How do you catch an ENFP? So in today's video, we're learning how to build an ENFP fly trap. How do we find a way to get an ENFP partner? Well, it's all about, what kind of person you are and what kind of a relationship that you really want. And so we're going to test if an ENFP is really right for you in this video. So, first of all, the ENFP is a person that, sure, can sometimes be accused of being a commitment phobe. However, I want you to put that judgment aside. I want you to put away the idea that the ENFP is just avoidant or that they're just not, they're just anxious, they're just not secure in their attachment. And I want you to imagine that, first of all, imagine that their actions and their practices are actually healthy and normal. While many people seek and want a partner and are prepared to compromise themselves to fit the needs of another person, any other person, the ENFP is actually quite picky. The ENFP is often described as a social butterfly, and so the ENFP has many friends and has probably met a lot of people in their world. And so, because of this, the ENFP is less attached to one single person. While many people look at love today thinking that they're going to find one person that's going to complete them, the ENFP will never and thinks that and has many different people around them. And so because the ENFP can talk to one person for intellectual stimulation and one person for emotional validation, the ENFP can get whatever they need at that time. And so the ENFP is more common to seek different people for different things. And so if you're looking for an ENFP to complete you and to give you everything you need, you're probably not going to be happy with an ENFP, because the ENFP does not need you or everything that you do. And you are not going to be the only person in their life. If you want an ENFP, you're going to have to accept that you're going to be competing over the spotlight with the ENFP's many friends and family members. The ENFP is a popular person and a person that enjoys having a lot of connections. And if you try to limit or contain the ENFP or to imprison them or to keep them solely focused on your needs, you're going to make the ENFP deeply unhappy. So, as a person, if you want to catch an ENFP, you're going to have to allow and embrace their freedom-oriented nature and hope that they'll always bounce back to you. So that means think about and find ways to make sure that you have different partners and people in your life that you can connect to as well. While you might have the ENFP as the person that you are committed to and the person that ultimately is your partner and your match, you might have other friends and other people in your life who you can talk to. And so if you can have that, that's going to be a secure and reassuring thing for the ENFP. The ENFP hates feeling like they are completely dependent on, well, that you are completely dependent on them. The ENFP can feel guilt over not being able to constantly be there for you or to constantly prioritize you. So it can be very reassuring and very positive for the ENFP to know that, hey, this person has a lot of friends and has a lot of people in their life, and that's a good thing, and I'm glad that they do, because that means that I can go and have friends and go out and make other connections as well. Now, the second thing you might want to consider when you want to catch an ENFP is your level of honesty. The truth is, ENFPs are excellent at reading your communication, and they can see multiple levels of what you say. And so if the ENFP spots that you're not being completely honest or transparent with yourself, that's going to hurt the ENFP and it's going to upset them. The truth is, ENFPs know when you're lying, and they know when you're being two-faced. And so if you can be honest with the ENFP and open in your communication, that's going to be a plus for you. So think of and make sure that you don't try to play tricks on the ENFP, because ultimately it's going to backfire on you. The third thing you want to consider is that the ENFP is a very capable and assertive person, and the ENFP needs to feel assertive. And so the ENFP is not going to like if you interfere too much with their life. Perhaps you might think that, hey, I could help this ENFP get order and structure into their life. I could help fix this person's life. But the ENFP is very free-spirited. So to go in and tell an ENFP that you know better than them what they should be doing with their life, or to go out and to take over an ENFP's life, or to try to assert your own opinions on them, is to deeply offend them and hurt them. So that's something you're going to have to be very careful with. Respect the ENFP's right to make their own decisions and to do things their own way, and allow them the choice and the room to do and be themselves. If you try to interfere too much, you're going to find that the ENFP cannot be themselves around you and cannot open up to you because they're going to be afraid of what you're going to say next. So if you can just provide a space of listening and acceptance, that's the best for an ENFP. If the ENFP asks for help, sure, help them. But if they don't ask for help, assume that they want to do it themselves and give them the space to do just that. Finally, the ENFP actually has a big need for stability and consistency in their life, and so ENFPs tend to actually seek out dependable and reliable and responsible partners. Many ENFPs are interested in dating introverted judging types, despite the fact that introverted judging types can sometimes be a bit controlling. So if you can be a bit dependable and consistent in your life, that's only going to be more attractive to an ENFP person. ENFPs like people that say and do what they say they're going to do. ENFPs like people that will always be there when they need them. ENFPs like people that provide a consistent and harmonious space for them to be themselves. So, as a person, think about how you show up and how you provide them with comfort and space and security. The ENFP is a free-spirited type and a very brave type and a very courageous type. But ENFP also needs a lot of stability. So, if you can provide that space for them and can make them feel safe, they're going to deeply appreciate that. Are you dating an ENFP, or would you like to date an ENFP? Feel free to let me know in the comments and let me know what you think about this connection. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all in the next video.